Hi, these comments are for KG, and this is Michael from BetterTOEFLScores.com. You joined my speaking and writing feedback service at Better TOEFL Scores, and you're not wasting any time. You already sent me your first speaking practice test, so I have the actual rubrics here that I need to use to score your test. So you say in the email, good afternoon, Michael. I hope you're doing great. I just subscribed to your speaking boot camp. Could you please grade my speaking task? The question was, do you prefer to run or to walk when exercising? So yeah, the boot camp, the reason I call these things boot camps is because I am very direct, even at the point of almost offending some students. I'm going to tell you exactly what your problems are, whether you like it or not, but I'll also tell you how to solve those issues. So here we go. So let's get started. So I guess the question is, do you prefer to run or walk when exercising? Okay, here we go.
I would rather run when exercising because it has more benefits. Firstly, health researchers have found that running increases heart health. Specifically, when running, your heart beats increase quicker, and as a consequence, your heart muscle gets in check. For example, when I started running, I couldn't run more than 2 minutes on the road because I felt that my heart was going to explode. After a few weeks of running now, I'm able to run for 30 minutes and my heart feels perfect. Secondly, when running, you are more prone to toning your leg muscles. For example, when I started jogging 6 months ago, my leg muscles were weak and in consequence, I used to have knee
You want to say, and consequently.
pain when running. Or after 6 weeks of running, my leg muscles straightened and the knee pain disappeared.
Okay, so you have health benefits of exercising, right? Yeah, I'm looking at the rubrics here. I'm thinking you have maybe one or two problems with language use. With your delivery, you have a pretty strong non-native speaker accent, but I can understand everything that you're saying, and that kind of fits. Your overall intelligibility is not significantly affected. My first impression right now is to score you at 3.0 out of 4, or 23 points out of 30. Let's listen to it one more time.
I would rather run when exercising because it has more benefits. Firstly, health researchers have found that running increases heart health, specifically when running.
I'll say running improves health. I don't think it increases health. It improves or enhances health, I think is a better word than the one that you used.
Your heart beats increase quicker, and as a consequence, your
Instead of saying your health can improve quicker, you can say runners can improve their health faster, or I can improve my health faster if I run. So instead of focusing on the second person point of view, I would use either the first or the third person point of view.
heart muscle gets in check. For example, when I started running, I couldn't run more than 2 minutes on
Okay, let's see what was the argument you made. I want to make sure the example supports that point.
quicker, and as a consequence, your heart muscle gets in check. For example, when I started running, I couldn't run more than 2 minutes on the road because I felt that my heart was going to explode. After a few weeks of running now, I'm able to run for 30 minutes and my heart feels perfect. Secondly,
Now you might say, instead of just my heart feels perfect, you can say because of my consistent running routine, I've been able to lower my blood pressure. And you might say currently my blood pressure is 110 over 65 because of my running. So you could probably get a bit more specific in that area, and that connects back to how the running can improve. You want to say cardiovascular health is probably the best word to use there.
running, you are more prone to toning your leg muscles.
I wouldn't say you. You're going back to that you again. Just say, when I'm running, I can improve the tone of my leg muscles. You can say that because the example that you give supports that point anyway, and you're using your personal experience, so there's no problem using the I point of view there. So be careful about shifting, and I'm going to make it really easy for you. For TOEFL speaking and writing, do not use the you point of view. It's just not needed. It's one of those points of view that you don't have to worry about using during the TOEFL exam. It's too informal, and it doesn't frame things from the right perspective, right? So with independent speaking, you're not directly talking to your audience. You're using examples from your own experience or the experience of people you know to help explain the ideas there. So if you have more questions about this, go over to, or how about go to Google, see if you can find this lesson, TOEFL Speaking and Writing Points of View. And look for an article at my blog at Better TOEFL Scores to help you a little bit more in that area.
For example, when I started jogging 6 months ago, my leg muscles were weak, and in consequence, I used to have knee pain when running.
And consequently,
Or after 6 weeks of running, my leg muscles strengthened and the knee pain disappeared.
yeah, but the key here is you're talking about the tone. You can improve the tone of the muscles in your leg, right? And I don't think the example really illustrated that idea like you could have done there. So where is it? Relationship between ideas may at times not be immediately clear. I think sometimes the examples you're using, they don't always directly connect to the reasons that you're arguing there. So you need a little bit better connection. Make sure the examples exactly illustrate what you're trying to argue. I think that would help you. With language use, be careful about your adverbs and nouns and all that. In this case, consequently instead of consequent. So make sure you have the right endings on the words that you're using there. So I still think that my score is pretty accurate. I'm going to put you at 3.0 out of 4 according to the rubrics here, right? Or 23 points out of 30.